29th of June. A beautiful sunny day at Versailles, near from Paris. Beautiful sunny day when I have finally finished the main content of one of the greatest American novels, The Naked Lunch, written by William Seward Burrough. And on the naked lunch that I'm taking on this beautiful sunny day, I wanted to read with you one of the originally not epilogues but postscriptums to this novel. One of that I think is my favorite. I haven't written it. I haven't read it yet. One of my favorites that is called Wouldn't You? I had a special focus on this particular postscriptum since I have first read the name of all chapters of this book. And this one have quite drawn my attention to it. And so now with this beautiful weather, beautiful, a bit old, but nevertheless beautiful wine, I want to make a partage and share with you, if not the food of the body, beautiful food of the body in some Greek style that I'm eating, but at least the food of my soul, which is this postscriptum. And so let us begin. Postscript. Wouldn't you? And speaking personally, and if a man speaks any other way, we might as well start looking for his protoplasm daddy or mother's cell. I don't want to hear any more tired old junk talk and junk con. The same things said a million times and more, and there is no point in saying anything because nothing ever happens in a junk world. I think you wouldn't hesitate. You cannot do this because it's just a fucking video that you are listening or watching if you love the image that you are looking at. But I would permit myself some quick analysis, I would say on the flow as I'm reading, as I have got a lot of thoughts in my mind after reading, in fact, only 180 pages of Burrough's writings, and so in just this small shut the fuck up, go away, fucking fly. Quite in Burrough style, I would admit. So he's evoking one more time one of the themes that is always present in his writings, in The Naked Lunch at least. This is the theme of biological terms, and you see this once again, protoplasm daddy or mother cell. Cell like a biologic cell, but we can think of the cell like in prison. Also because narcomoney isn't selling and maybe even taking heroin, taking junk. It's officially prohibited, and we can think about the cell in this context also. What I think here the most is more about the biology. Or theoretic medicine, which exhorts, for example, Dr. Benway to control minds of his patients, to make them mad, make them homosexuals or drug addicts, to kill them, and maybe himself also. So let us continue. Only excuse for this direct death route is the kick when the junk circuit is cut off. When the junk circuit is cut off for the non-payment and the junk skin dies of junk lag and overdose of time. And overdose of time, what a beautiful couple of words, overdose of time. I think we must all die from the overdose of time that we have lived. Not every time, but I think a beautiful soul. Only excuse for this tired death route is the kick when the junk circuit is cut off for the non-payment and the junk skin dies of junk lag and overdose of time. And the old skin has forgotten the skin game, simplifying away under the junk cover the way skin will. A condition of total exposure is precipitated when the kicking addict, both majuscules, kicking addict cannot choose but see, smell and listen, watched out for the cars. It is clear that junkies around the world push an opium pellet with your nose root, strictly for scarabs, stumble bomb junk heap, and as such report to disposal. Tired of seeing it around. Here, just let me take a bit of nourriture because I haven't eaten for a quite long time. And also, I think there will be a train. I'm sorry for this, I'm sitting at my balcony, which is just, I think, 30 meters away from the train rope, from the fair. And maybe they would interrupt us, but I think not for a long time. God, what a beautiful sauce. What we can see here once again is it is once of a general disposition of being a junk addict, but it is always described with some extreme beauty and affection. It seems that junk and being addict from some drugs make you vulnerable, make you like you are without a skin, make you like a bare collection of organs that everybody can touch, can reach, and can do anything with them because of your vulnerable position that junks, in which just the junk, the drug, possesses you. It possesses you. It possesses your skin, removes your skin, and there are a lot of course, skin illnesses related to drug addiction, especially heroin, because people are living in dreadful conditions. And we see it once again. And he started of seeing it around. Of course, if you are waking up, like he said in the first postscriptum, which he wrote when the book was encore banned in the United States. So it's in this position when he tried to prove that this is not a book about that drugs are not just a book about of drugs, but about how awful is drug addiction and being a junkie. There is one of the first sentences is that I would not make a precise quotation, but like I wake up at the age of 45 from the junk sickness, from the junk dream. I would actually, it is just here, and I think the first postscriptum disposition testimony concerning the sickness. I awoke from the sickness at the age of 45, calm and sane, and in reasonably good health, except for a weakened liver and the look of borrowed flesh common to all who survive the sickness. This was the first line of the first original postscriptum that he added to the book when it wasn't yet published in the United States, when it was banned. There was a jury day process of uncensoring this book, on which I have talked in the last video I've sorted out. Let us continue. Junkies always beef about the cold, as they call it, turning up their black coat collars and clutching their withered necks. Pure junk con. A junkie just does not want to be warm. He wants to be cool, cooler, cold. But he wants the cold, like he wants his junk not outside, where it does him no good, but inside, so he can sit around with a spine like a frozen hydraulic jack. His metabolism approaching absolute zero. Terminal addicts often go 2 months without a bowel move, and the intestines make with the sit-down adhesions. Wouldn't you? Requiring the intervention of an apple corer or its surgical equivalent. Such is the life in the old ice house. Why move around and waste time? Room for one more inside, sir. So, what I can think to say after this paragraph is that, in fact, all the Burroughs book was written from inside. If you remember, for fuck's sake, I'm sorry. If you remember, the location where almost all actions of the novel take place is the interzone. Interzone, it means it is inside, and all this world he have imagined, he have written down in his unforgettable style, is written from inside, because he was inside because of being put in this state by different opium based drugs. I reread once again the beginning of this paragraph. Junkies always beef about the cold, as they call it, turning up their black coat collars and clutching their withered necks. Pure junk con. A junkie does not want to be warm. He wants to be cool, cooler, cold. But he wants the cold like he wants his junk, Not outside, where it does him no good, but the inside. So he can sit around with a spine like frozen hydraulic jack. Okay, let's continue. God damn it, warm wine. Fucking lunch. I would say fucking lunch. Some entities are on the thermodynamic kicks. They invented thermodynamics, wouldn't you? And some of us are on different kicks, and that's a thing out. In the open the way I like to see what I eat, and vice versa mutatis mutandis, as the case may be. Bill's naked lunchroom. Step right up. Good for young and old, man and bestial. Nothing like a little snake oil to grease the wheels and get a show on the track jack. Which side are you on? Frozen hydraulic? Or you want to take a look around with Honest Bill? So that's the World Health problem I was talking about back in the article. The prospect before us, friends of mine. Do I hear muttering about a personal razor and some bush league shirt con artist who is known to have invented the bill? Wouldn't you? The razor belonged to a man named Ockman, and he was not a scar collector. Ludwig Wittgenstein, Tractatus Logica Philosophicus. If a proposition is not necessary, it is meaningless and approaching meaning zero. They invented thermodynamics, wouldn't you? And some of us are on different kicks. And that's a thing out in the open the way I like to see what I eat, and vice versa mutatis mutandis, as the case may be. Bill naked lunchroom. Step right up. Good for young and old, man and bestial. Nothing like a little snake oil to grease the wheels and get a show on the track jack. Which side are you on? Frozen hydraulic? Or you want to take a look around with a Honest Bill? Absolutely beautiful. Let me continue to read before I get some more material to comment on. And what is more unnecessary? The junk, if you don't need it. Answer, junkies, if you are not on junk. I tell you boys, I've heard some tired conversations, but no other occupation group can approximate the old thermodynamic junk slow down. Now your heroin addict does not say hardly anything, and then I can stand. But your opium smoker is more active, since he still has a tent in the lamp, and maybe 7, 9, 10 line up in the like hibernating reptiles keep the temperature up to talking level. How low the other junkies are, whereas we have this stand and this lamp and the stand and this lamp and this stand, and nice and warm in here, nice and warm, nice, and in here and nice, and outside it's cold outside, where the door draws eaters, as the needle boys. Won't last 2 years, not 6 months, hardly won't last stumble bum around, and there is no class in them. But we sit here, and never increase the dose, never increase the dose, never except tonight is a special occasion, with all the dross eaters and needle boys out there in cold. And we never eat, never eat it. Excuse, please, while I take a trip to the source of living drops. They all have in pocket, and opium pellets shoved up the ass in a finger stole with the family jewels and the other shit. Room for one more inside, sir. I have everything to say, but I think it would be difficult to express it. I don't know if it is a common sense among the readers of this novel, but starting to read about terminal addicts who can kill one another for those who would stab themselves with a knife to open in vein and get a kill of his junk, you actually realize that he's not writing about them, he's writing about all of us, about our society. And every man and woman, ordinary or unordinary, can be at some part equated to this part of society that is clearly unnecessary for all the others, the absolute drug addicts, as it is said here. I think while writing about some cool opium smokers that, like reptiles, keep the temperature around them and know that others are in the cold and they won't let them in. Here is a direct comparison, not a direct, metaphorical comparison with how one man treats the others that are not inside his room. And you think that's a repetition. On the last page there was also a phrase, room for one more inside, sir. They are always inside, they are always kept inside some room they are maybe even unaware of its existence, but they are always inside. We are always inside in this room and thinking about that the temperature is kept and outside it is cold. Outside there are dooms, they won't last 2 years, they won't last even 6 months. Of course, some old chunky gibberish. Excuse please while I take a trip to the source of living drops. They all have in pocket and opium pellets shoved up the ass in a finger stole with the family jewels and other shit. Proof for my more assassin. Hey, shut the fuck up! You! Yeah, sure. God damn it. Fucking trains. Well, when that record starts around for the billionth light year, and never the tape shall change us non-junkies take drastic action, and the men separate out from the junk boys. Only way to protect yourself against the horrid peril is come over here and shack up with cherubies. Treat you right, kid. Candy and cigarettes. I'm after 15 years in the tent. In and out, in and out, in and out, over and out. So listen to our Uncle Bill Burrough, who invented the Burrough aiding machine regulator gimmick on the hydraulic jack principle. No matter how you jerk the handle, result is always the same for given coordinates. Got my training early, wouldn't you? Paragoric babies of the world unite. We have nothing to lose but our pushers, and they are not necessary. Look down along the junk road before you travel there and get with the wrong mob. A word to the wise guy. William Seward Burrough, year 1960. Thank you for listening.